Well, last time we spoke, I asked you what is freedom, and you gave me a beautiful answer, but I feel like we can dig a little bit more into it if we can.
What is freedom? It's different for... What is freedom for a flower? If you allow sunshine and water to reach the flower, then the flower has its freedom. If you block the sun or you don't allow water, then you're taking away its freedom. For an animal, you also have to give it, you can't take away the water or the food, but you also can't take away the freedom of movement. Animals have to move, to roam. For a human being, if you give him water and you give him sunshine and you give him place to run, he still doesn't have freedom because he doesn't know why he's running. So freedom for a human being means freedom of information. If you have access to the information you need, then you're free. If you don't have that, you're not free. Meaning, a flower has to be free to flower. An animal has to be free to be animated. A human being has to be free to be human. Nothing else works. So if you give an animal the freedom of a flower, it's torture, it's cruel. If you give a human being the freedom of an animal, it's torture. So to each species, there is its own freedom. The same is true with a Jew. If you don't allow a Jew access to his Judaism, to his Jewishness, it's torture. So a Jew can't be satisfied with what every other human being has. A human being can't be satisfied with what an animal has. An animal can't be satisfied with what a flower has. And a flower can't be satisfied with what a stone has. What is the freedom of a stone? As long as you don't destroy it, that's all it needs. Just don't destroy me. A flower has a little more demand. Let me grow. An animal, let me run. A human being, let me learn. And a Jew, let me serve God. If you don't let me serve God, you're torturing me. You're denying me my freedom. But this is every holiday almost that we have that is not written in the Torah, is because we refused to accept that loss of freedom. You won't let us be Jewish? You won't let us serve God? We'll fight it, and we can't. We can't. So you know what's going on in the Ukraine.
Yes.
It's heroic, right? The president made a statement, we're never going to give up, we'll fight until the end, all right, that's very, very impressive. But in the end, what is he fighting for?
His ego?
Well, the national ego, right? Which is what a human being should do. But when Jews are fighting for their Judaism, that doesn't need any explanation at all. So what are you willing to sacrifice for? Give me liberty or give me death. I don't know if you have to die for liberty, because then you'll never have liberty. Die for something worth dying for.
Yeah.
If you want freedom, how are you going to get that by dying? If you want to serve God, that's what you're doing. Kiddush Hashem.